All right, welcome to UAT Game Studios. Give our online supporters a hand, everybody. Welcome. This is our milestone review and retrospective, number 2, and give it to you.
Hi everyone, my name is Kyle Davis. I am the project lead for Guardians Legacy, and we have gotten a lot of things done so far. Erg, frustration. Let's find this.
Freeze. Hold it right up there.
There we go. That's better. Alright, so I'm the lead for Guardians Legacy, and we've actually got a lot of things done this sprint as it's been going. We've started working on our actual character model. We've been mapping out and whiteboxing a lot of our initial hub city, and we've been trying to get a lot of models done, along with working with a lot of our UI elements, working with our AI for in combat and out of combat, and also trying to get some of our overworld skills for puzzle solving done. So let's just get right in the build, and I will show you exactly what I'm talking about. So first off, in our sample scene, we've started with our new enemy AI, which will actually rush towards you now and initiate combat. We have our actual combat hooked up along with UI to allow you to fight and get some form of feedback response to know what is going on. We still need to put in our log down in the bottom corner, but we will eventually get to that. Along with this, we also have a few other scenes that we've been working on. We've been working on our town scene, so this area right now is the basically end of the forest puzzle area that we have that we're doing. And we've been working on whiteboxing the entire city for this. Along with this, we've been trying to get a lot of our UI hooked up, so if you look at the compass, it allows us to see what time of day it is, and also allows for direction with the red node that we have on that. We have some assets in for our buildings as well. We've been working on these slowly. And also all these textures that we have within the scene are textures that we've made so far. So we've been making some headway there, along with our first in-cell scene that we're working on, which is our tavern, which is going to be a place where you'll be able to get quests and be able to get a few items and potentially recover. Other than that, it's mostly back-end work that we've been doing with making sure our AI behaves a little bit better and our combat loop works as intended. Other than that, that's about it. Thank you for your time.
Hello, my name is Curtis Stoner. I'm project lead of Games Graffiti. So for this past milestone, we've been working on whiteboxing, developing a couple levels. We have been working on updating the multiplayer so we can get so the server talks to all the hosts and all of that, and we're just working on a bunch of different mechanics for the current levels. So. First level. So this is our newest level, the construction site that we have going around. So we have a general layout of it. There we go. Each level there in this level there's 2 buildings that are playable spaces. They both have 3 levels. We have the control points, and that's nice. It's doing that already. This keyboard sucks. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, you can actually. Okay, that's nice. All right, either way, I'm on the correct side. It's nice to know. Yeah. So here's the next side. We're also working on figuring out a better way to show the players where it is in each control location, where it is they need to tag. Alright, and one of the things that we currently have about done is the zip line, which you're able to walk up and zip line down to go to another side. And that's this level. We have our other level is the Italy level. Just have a picture of it because the computer I was working on really did not like this level. It wouldn't let me move at all. But we have it's more of a flat area that people will be able to just skirmish in and run through the buildings and alleyways and all of that. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Regis Jerry. I am the project lead for Looters of the Arcane. What we ended up getting done with this sprint is we wanted to start off by starting to build out the hub. It's a lot further along than this build now. It's almost complete, and it'll be complete by the end of the next build. That way, you know, when the player ends up coming into the game, they get a good first impression, whereas before our hub was white boxed out still, and players were thinking that every level would be white boxed out. So now they'll actually know that they're going to be able to see some nice pretty levels. Nope. Yeah, and then we finally got the helipad in. We did update this because the resolution was a little bit off. So now it's actually much clearer in the newer build that we're going to be making for next sprint. And then Ancient Greece now actually looks a little bit more ancient. And like the trees actually populate the map just a little bit more. We have our new enemy. It's a prototype still, but it's the Roman Legion. The objective with this is going to be that the player has to actually defend against the Legion, and if they kill the leader, then they end up killing the rest of them. And the honor guard will actually break off from the formation and then hunt you down. So they'll be in various spots around the map. One of the things we did also add in, it's not in for this build, but it is in the game at the moment, is we finally went ahead and made a pause menu. So that's, you know, a big change. And I do believe in... And then in Feudal Japan, we do have a couple of new things that are in. One of them is the doll is interactable. We just have to plug it in, and then you'll be able to play hide and seek with her around the map. And then these areas here are actually going to be finished coming up very soon. This is going to be the secret entrances where you can shoot them, and then walls will end up going up. And other than that, all we have to do is plug in the voice lines, and the doll will be ready for play. Thank you for your time.
Camera's fine. Hello, I'm James Fisher, project lead for Life or Death. I lifted the camera up. See, watch. Bam! Yeah, that's right. My forehead's big. Okay. Besides the point. Here we go. Well, what we focused on heavy was trying to get in like new UI menu, like an actual main menu, so you weren't just sitting here like getting thrown in. Also audio, which isn't playing. we also did post-processing and got in our hub worlds and inventory. So when you come in, that looks god awful up there, but we have our hub world redone and like actual everything we need textured with like the actual textures that are going to be on it, with the shops looking way better, and also changed where you go into the arena. It's now in man, this is all the way on the other side of the world. It is at the dock. I should have put this dock closer, but you know, we're getting. Oh, you can hear it. You know, you just have to be super quiet. We're almost to this dock. It's like all the way over there, and then so we have our dock. This is where you go now to go in the arena. Need to move this closer. We also have inventory that holds player stats and your gear. Okay, well, it would hold your gear, but hold on. Okay, I forgot to load it with items, but yeah, that's our build. Sorry about that. Have a good one. Thank you for your time.
Okay. Hello, my name is Kylie Atkins, and I am the art lead on Gray Area. Overall, for this milestone, we were looking at kind of developing our first-time user experience further, because we did have an initial document, but we wanted to make sure, since the first-time user experience is one of the most important parts of a game, we want to make sure that we have that very well fleshed out before we start trying to implement that. Additionally, we created more crash site assets, as we're really trying to polish up the assets in the crash site. And then our other main task was to smooth the terrain. So, due to a versioning issue, we do not have a build to show today, but we do have our build from last milestone, so we can roll back if needed. Currently, these are the assets that were supposed to go in the build, but they did not make it. We have the generator and the crash site props made by Stanley Albert. And then we have a Palo Verde tree made by Tyler Harper. And then also, I do want to give a huge shout out, although this can't visibly see it in the builds, Nathan Silva did put a ton of time into smoothing our terrain for us around the crash site. And overall, that's about it. Next, we do already have several different art assets that are going to be going in around the crash site, done for the next build right now. They're just not in. But other than that, that's about it.
All right. Sorry, that's my team. So that's the wrong game. It's that one. All right. By the way, I'd like to apologize. Sorry, Fisher, but I almost blew out the speakers when I played music too loud, so that's why you couldn't hear the music. I forgot your name for a second. I'm really sorry. So yeah, so this build, my team sort of really went in and we focused on a lot more art assets. The programmers went in and finished up a lot of the UI stuff they were working on. So part of that includes the actual health bars. Oh, and by the way, new turrets. So these turrets, actually, if you look, they're new. So it's not the typical boxes. And if I actually go down, Nate, how do I make the ship go down? Which button?
Either control or alt.
Okay. So, yeah, the turrets now move and follow the thing. Actually, like how real turrets on real battleships work. We also, again, with the new art assets, that's not it. It's still not it. We got the new Annihilator turret assets. Right here, here, and here. That's not a new asset. That's definitely not a new asset. we got the new drone bay, made by Mike. We made the, what else do we have? It's not new. Of course, our amazing shield projector, made by Daniel. Oh, and the hanger bay, again, made by Mike. And yeah, so that's our build. Basically just a lot of art and UI stuff. And yeah. Thank you for your time.
All right. Where is camera? All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Nathaniel White, and I am the elected leader of the ACS Production Studios, or Democracy. Not really. So last week, or last sprint, I should say, we focused mostly on getting the framework so that we could develop commands freely. And this sprint, we focused on implementing a lot of these commands. So we just started off with what seemed the best and the easiest to really not only figure out the limitations of the framework, where to expand upon it, but also the first ones that the user would need to interact with. So I actually have some. Let me first show this. So this is help. This is the list of all the commands we currently have implemented. My team went crazy. Look at all of these commands. We probably won't get through all of them today, but I just run them really quickly, go through a couple. But before I do that, I'm going to show off a little bit. If I turn the camera face in the opposite direction, I actually have a remote, because I don't want to have to demo the bot. I don't have to make all these presentations, so the bot is going to present itself. So our ping command was made by Garrett. So you see, just returns the ping of the server. We have I don't want to demo this one, but kind of have to. A spam command, which I've been spammed for 6 hours consecutively once. It's not a fun command. It now update has server persistence. So if the server starts, you will continue to be spammed. Okay. We have the basic economic thing, so people can do redeem or daily every day, and they'll get money. All that goes into their own balances. And as you can see, we have leaderboards to work with that. I already have this on a couple different servers, so everyone's testing it out. This works really well. It's enjoyable. In the future, we hope to have different games that people can spend their server currency on. It's no fun getting currency if you can't spend it, right? So if anyone has any ideas for that, let me know. We have a leveling system. So this is all tracked server side. By the way, the bot is hosted on a server. It's completely live. It automatically updates whenever we push. All of this is completely done remote, so our build is always up and running if anyone wants it on any of their servers to sort of test out and get feedback. Leaderboards. This one's really cool. It's just a simple RNG, random quotes. This one's inspirational quotes. It's amazing how much you can learn if your intentions are truly earnest. I don't know, it's not that inspirational, but... this one's really fun to play around with. I love the servers. This is one that they kind of use. 8-ball. Is the world going to end tomorrow? Cannot predict that. Okay. Is my next build going to error? Don't count on it. All right. Everything's looking good. We have dice rolling. Yeah. Rolls random dice. We have this one is one that I personally like. CVS parsing. So you can put in a couple different values, separate by comma. It'll pick one. That just goes in the whole RNG system. We have poems, puns. Pick a random user. We have. Oh, I should probably be telling you these are from. All right, Devin gave us the random poem. We got RNG puns by Ross and Ross for the random user. The mock command. People always mock me. I don't know why. That was also made by Devin. Tic-tac-toe is a work in progress. Let's see if this demos. So you can open a lobby, right, that anyone else can join. Once you join the lobby, it displays just like this. The bot demos itself is crazy. I don't have to do anything. See, and then you can take turns playing tic-tac-toe. We're still, the interface is up in the air. We're still working it. We just want to see what can we do with only being able to take in text and respond with text. Like, you're limited, but on the server side, you can do pretty much anything you want. I think that's where it ends. Maybe? Yes? No? Okay. Get avatars. We're almost done. Bailey's and mine. This one's pretty convenient. It's a clear command, so it clears all the messages. We do go through a lot of messages. This one I actually thought was really innovative. An icebreaker. So there's a lot of instances where it's just, get put on a server with people, you're like, I just do not know what to say, or I have nothing to say to these people. There you go. What game show we do? That's not okay. What's your most embarrassing moment from your teen years? I don't want to answer that one either. Okay. If you could pick one job to do forever, there you go. What would it be? Music. This is what I've been working on for 2 sprints. A lot of not fun. You probably won't be able to hear it, but I guarantee you it is in fact playing. So it grabs from either a URL or from a search term, grabs the first one from YouTube, and just streams it in the voice channel. You can play and pause it. You have music controls like volume instead of 10, 50, 100. We have cues, so you can queue up different songs, and it'll just play them in order as it goes. So you see there's the queue currently of Japanese songs. You can skip songs, and it'll automatically buffer and everything like that. So very, very fast, and you can leave. And a newer feature that we didn't get time to demo is the autoplay. I don't know about you guys, but I just play YouTube and I just leave it running in the background sometimes, or whatever else. So right now it's just as YouTube. We're going to eventually integrate hopefully SoundCloud and Pandora or maybe Spotify, any things that people like to use a lot. And then this is just going to leave it playing. People can add to the queue and collectively listen to music. So yeah, that's our bot presentation. If anyone has any suggestions or wants to test out the bot on their server, let me know. But other than that, yes, thank you for your time.
Hello, I'm Trevor Kennard, and I'm the project lead for ACS Athena. For this build, we've gotten a pretty well done GUI interface to our actual neural network. So we can select texture types, have train, graphs, and help, and you can also choose what size of image you want. So if you click on the texture type, you can see that you have stone, sand, grass, wooded, and metallic, and that'll be able to be added onto based on the user's desire. On the train, you can input datasets, train or exit the program altogether. With graphs, we have a bunch of different graphs we plan on implementing. Right now we just have the drop-down list, and there's help. So you can learn about what Athena does, how you can use it, and who created it. So for who created it, we have Trevor Kennard and Zach Thompson right now. We have 2 other people we need to put on, but these were the only accessible websites for portfolios. After that, you can click on Train and do model training. If you click on the train in the dialog box, you can see in the bottom that it'll go through different epochs of training itself. And what it comes up with is the one on the right is what it created with just 2 epochs, and the one on the left is what it used to train itself off of. So right now, Zach has primarily worked with the GUI front end, and Jason Johnson really did a lot of the back end for the neural network. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, another round of applause for everybody. All right, this has been UAT Game Studios with the Milestone Review number 2 for spring 2019. Thank you for joining us.